Hi, Javier. So we'll just wait for everybody to arrive, wait for the top of the hour, and then we'll get going. A few more minutes left yet. I am going to be recording, well, it's going live onto YouTube, but I'm also recording sections for the website as well. So I'll be on and off recording as well. Sounds pretty good, I hope. A new mic. Thanks, George. Yes, invested in a new mic. Douglas, Wayne, how you doing? Shout out in the chat where you're from, guys, in the Zoom chat. Or if anybody's on YouTube, let me know. Okay. Anybody not from the USA? I'll get going in a few minutes. Just waiting. Orange County, Dublin, Ohio, Houston. I was there a couple of years ago, just before COVID, doing a training event and going to NASA, obviously. Okay, let's get going. So I'm going to record this first bit. Oh, I've got 1 more minute left yet. Better wait. I'm going to record the first bit because it's going to be an intro, and then I'll stop recording, and it's all going to be live on YouTube anyway, so you can watch the whole lot again. And we're going to go through everything. Okay, everybody's coming in last minute. That's good. So for today, everybody on YouTube and Zoom, it's purely to do with auto trading algos. Okay, or we're not going to discuss anything else. Really want to dig down into this, what this new enterprise membership is all about. And then obviously answer questions as well. So we've got a lot to cover. I aim to do it in an hour, hopefully. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get it done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this first section because I need it for the website.
Recording in progress.
Okay, so xBrat Auto Trading Algos Enterprise. So this is a combination of two strategies that I've used for a long time, but they've now been automated. And one of the things that I've sort of witnessed over the last 4 or 5 months with the single auto trader that we've got is that people need constant contact. I need to be able to, you need an expert to constantly optimize these strategies every week to keep an eye on them. And I'm going to be that expert until I find a mini me. And so we're going to go through what this enterprise membership looks like. So let's keep going. Okay, so first of all, the obligatory swing trading, day trading, short-term trading, options trading, and futures trading are extremely risky undertakings. They are generally not appropriate for someone with limited capital, little or no trading experience. So everything that we do comes with risk, and you need to understand that risk. So what is this enterprise xBrat auto trading algo? So we're going to put the two auto traders, which the xBrat algo and the new range breakout auto trader together, because what they do is give you two totally different trading strategies. You're going to get access to a private WhatsApp community run by myself and Damien. So where you're going to be able to collaborate ideas and back testing results with other members. But more importantly, you're going to get direct assistance from me, direct contact on the WhatsApp. This constant contact, I think, is very important for auto trading, because I watch all trades, okay? And if I can limit them to 3 active trades on each particular strategy, I can really, really go to town and make them as best as possible and keep optimizing there. So real-time updates on current trades. For example, if we're in a particular trade and it's doing really well, it's not quite reached target yet, but there's a massive piece of data coming out that only comes out once a month, I'd be aware of that. And I might just say to everybody on the WhatsApp group, hey guys, do you know what? Let's not take the risk, let's just flatten it. And things like that. We're going to look at weekly updates to the performance stats as well, which is quite a lot of work for me, but it needs to be done. And then also there's a concierge option as well. So a year of direct support from Damien, the customer service team, to get fully set up to roll over those contracts, load those XML files if you're unsure how to do that. And one thing is we have concentrated our efforts on the NinjaTrader platform. I won't apologize for that, because the NinjaTrader platform is probably the best for auto trading, and we have a great team to develop those strategies into auto trading that mimics what I do as a trader. So we're going to combine 2 totally different trading strategies to smooth out profits and drawdowns, because one of the, using one or the other, there will be drawdown periods. When we have a look at some charts in a little while, when we look at those drawdown periods on an equity curve, some of them can last. Oh, yeah, another order's gone in now. They can be, on one particular instrument, could be a week or 2 drawdown before it starts to pull back again on a specific strategy. But if we're using 2 totally different strategies, we can use those to smooth out those drawdowns and the profits as well. So we're not peaking, we're just running sensibly and across. Now, with a constant contact via WhatsApp group, we've already trialed this. There's a couple of guys on there already from my inner circle sharing their weekly stats. I know Daniel won't mind if he's in here right now. He's been taking it slowly. Been building. There's that constant contact works very well. And I know he's been making over 1,000 a week since he started, just using the one contract alternatives with the strategies. And it's about also it's that constant contact, that communication that's very, very important. Tom, yesterday, for example, here, both CL breakouts took great, but you took some heat, but they all hit the targets. That sort of thing is very, very important again. So if we're going to be active traders, yes, those auto traders saves us time looking from all over the charts, doing all the work and everything like that. But we still need to be aware of what's going off. So that WhatsApp group is very, very good. I'm not saying you need to sit next to your computer all the time, not at all, but it is it's there to communicate, and it's really, really important. So you'll know exactly what strategies I have running. So I have a micro account, a normal e-mini account, which is a larger account size, And also I am going to be running a funded trader account as well. So one of the things I'll be concentrating on is through both auto traders is trying to reduce that drawdown and develop those strategies for funded trading, because I'm going to run a 250 account with Lilu and do that funded trader. So again, we can communicate that through that WhatsApp group. Damien will do a little video on how to put it on your phone and then get WhatsApp desktop as well. So yes, different types of accounts. So you will have access to all of those strategies that I have running, whether they're micros, e-minis, or even funded trader type strategies as well. So you're going to get access to all the XML instrument strategy templates through Google Drive for both auto trading bots. So, if I've got 3 strategies running on xBrat Algo, 3 strategies running on xBrat Breakout, those will be in that Google Drive, which will work very, very well. If there's micros in there as well, I'll have those in there. As I update them, they will be renewed. We'll have an archive system as well. So they'll all be there. And I will encourage you guys to start to learn from me, to optimize your own strategies. Send them to me. Let me have a look, give you feedback. There may be one absolute superstar out there strategy that I've not seen yet that one of you come up with. A little bit of my help, just fine tuning, and then we share that with the rest of the group. So weekly optimization reviews and updates. So what the purpose of this is, it's a 60-day rolling look back, because we don't need any more than that. We need to know what's going off the last 60 days and compare. Started this at the beginning of May with the inner circle, and what will happen is we'll be looking at, I will download the whole optimization, the performance reports, but I'm looking at 3 key data points here. I'm looking at that average monthly revenue, which is in the blue here, those drawdowns as well, and then that percentage profitable. And what I'm trying to do is keep them smooth and keep them looking constant, if you like. So this is one that I haven't changed since we started, although you can see the drawdowns here have been pretty constant. The average monthly, each week I do the report, and we've dropped a little bit here, but in reality we're still in or around 1,800 to 2,000 on the 6B range breakouts per month. The drawdowns are less than 500. Good. The average, I would say, is around 80% win rate, is very good. We did dip here, but we still maintained that because we just had more trades in that stage. So this is an example. I'll be sending these out, but you will also get access to all of those sort of weekly performance reports as well. Now, this is one that I have changed. So the ES 4-minute scalping on the xBrat Algo Auto Trader, we can see at this point here, all trades 60 days to May the 22nd. In this particular week, we dropped a little bit on the profits here, but the drawdown increased for 2 weeks and the win percentage also. So that's the time. Is it a 1-week wonder? Go through? No, it happens again. We're still making profit, but the drawdowns have increased and win percentage is down. I then re-optimize the strategy, and then look what happened in that first week. We get that win rate back, slight increase in the profit, but a decrease in the drawdown, and that's what I'm looking at there. So it's that constant optimization that's really important, and part of this enterprise club is me being active and making sure that we're fully optimized. So this is another one for the xBrat range breakout auto trader. Again, what I did at this one, even though we were making good profits, the drawdowns were quite large, even over a 4-week period here, we're around average around $1,500–1,600. So the idea was for me to then go back to the drawing board slightly and change some of the parameters within this breakout strategy to reduce the drawdown whilst trying to maintain a good level of profit. So you can see here the changes I've made has reduced the drawdown. The win percentage is slightly lower, and there's always a give and take with these types of strategies. And the overall profit is slightly lower. But again, when we're thinking about funded traders using this, we need to reduce those drawdowns. And again, I think psychologically for people that you're not using funded trading, they've got their own trading account, reducing those drawdowns the best we can without affecting too much the amount of trades going through psychologically is better for everybody anyway. So xBrat Auto Trading Algos Enterprise, xbratalgos.com/auto trader enterprise. It's the xBrat Algo Auto Trader and the new xBrat Range Breakout Auto Trader. Constant contact membership where we will work together, whether you have a large account, small account with micros, or even a funded trader, to constantly improve and keep things running so we're making profit.
Recording stopped.
Okay, so that's that record, that's that intro done there. Okay. So what I want to do briefly is just show you is we've got a trade order on right now. So it's been a pretty slow day, really. This is my micro account. So it's a $15,000 account, pretty standard. I've made 25 bucks today. Not a great deal. Not a lot's done. I've had a couple of small MNQ sort of shorts, two. I had a 5-star and a 6-star short here, both winners, and just took a little bit of profit here. I've been trialing a new exposure to Europe with the DAX mini micro futures with an optimized strategy that I'm testing at the moment. You can see that with $193 on the SIM account there. The good thing about the breakout strategy is we can have multiple contracts in there, so we can take profit at certain targets and things like that. So really, really important that we can do that. To be honest, those with larger accounts can do a similar strategy on full contracts as well. So today, this particular strategy, for example, when I've done the optimization, it only trades between certain hours on a Thursday and Friday. That's the only time it trades. Okay, and this, I finished that, loaded it up yesterday, retested the optimization. This was the first Thursday, and we had winning trade: target 1, target 2, target 3. Perfect, fantastic. So that works very, very well there. And when you get hold of these as well, you can, to look at these strategy performance reports, right click on the chart when it's loaded up. With the data series, we're always going to set these now at 60 days because we don't want to, yes, you can look back over 2 years. It slows the platform down for a start, but also market conditions are changing that rapidly. We only need that rolling 60-day look back. And we do that every week. Every Sunday, I will look at that and then post everything out. And we have that constant feedback of the performance, so we can make decisions on now there. You may see something I don't, but I will also look at those trades. So again, 60 days is what we're going to do. It's pointless looking back over 2 years, because what happened 2 years ago, absolutely nothing to do with what's happening now. So we're really going to be sort of concentrating on that. So when we look at the strategy performance for this one, again, this is still in testing, but when it's ready, there's no reason why you guys, this is NinjaTrader is a USA broker, but I'm still trading the FDXS. Profit factor of 3.8, pretty good. We've got an 84% percentage profitable, which is fantastic. Profit per month 566 using this 3 contract method with the xBrat. It's not going to set the world on fire, but it's one of those additions to trading business, if you like. Max drawdowns, $210 there, pretty good. I know a lot of funded traders won't be able to use this because it's FDXS, but for those running micro accounts, or even for those running normal accounts, this is a good addition as well. And this is why I'm working on this optimization right now. When we go, Platinum, for example, it's not a micro contract, but I've got it on my micro account, and I'll show you why. When we look at the strategy performance report, this doesn't trade very often. The way I've optimized this is very particular when it wants to take a trade. Okay, certain times of the day, that sort of thing. Profit factor is 99%. Okay, it's had 4 trades in the last 60 days, 75% win rate, max drawdown $3. Okay, it was just around about break even there. Your average trade is $370, profit per month $853. So with this very small drawdown, although we've only had 4 trades in the last 60 days, another good addition. What I'm trying to do is trying to educate you that you don't need to trade NASDAQ. Okay, we have got the NASDAQ scalper on there and all that sort of thing, but the drawdowns are considerably higher. Things like oil, copper, platinum. Once you start to feed them in, there's some great trades, and you start to add all of those up. They do work well together. It's not putting all your eggs in one basket. So when I look at ZN, for example, this is one that I've just put out there for the range breakout. It doesn't trade every day. The optimization, when we look at the optimization here, it only trades at certain times of the day, certain days of the week. And this, because when we look at that behavior, this is the best optimization we can do. So at the moment, this is just trading on 1 contract, not 3 or 4 or whatever. It's got a max range size. So the range of that opening range can only be 15 ticks or less. Okay. And then when we go down, it's only trading the New York NYSE opening range, but it can trade that for 24 hours. But when we've optimized it, if we go down and have a look at this optimization, it only trades Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Mondays between these hours. Okay, doesn't trade Fridays. So only between those hours do we look for a trade. And we look at the optimization report on here. Bit slow. This is on my VPS. I've got 4 VPSs running at the moment on this computer. I don't think it got it there. I'll try that one again. So again, another addition. Who would think profit factor 3.74, 13 trades in the last 60 days, 9 of which have been winners. Okay. Max drawdown, $290. This is good, feeling good. Profit per month, $700. It's not going to set the world on fire, but that's 1 contract. But if you go 2 contracts, you're going to look at obviously doubling that max drawdown and all that sort of thing. There's decisions to be made, and I will be there to help you, part of the Enterprise Club, and I will also be looking to develop other strategies that for people that want to trade more than 1 contract. So, for example, when we look at, let me bring the bigger account over. Just got to move this. Let's move that. Okay, so on this particular account, which is the funded trader account, there is an order on right now for oil for the range breakout for 3 contracts. Okay, higher risk but higher reward. This is the one that made $3,000 the other day. Okay, so at this moment in time, the orders have come on, been taken off, come on, been taken off, because we're in the time and the day where it says we can take orders. Yeah. And now the bias is red, the range is less than 100 ticks, and we have the stop order on right now. Okay. If we look at the performance report for this, however, and let me just do that here. So again, this could be used on micros with 3 contracts as well. And there is an XML file for that. This has made $24,000 profit in the last 60 days. However, the max drawdown, 1,277, may be too much for you. Okay, so we can look at alternatives just using 2 contracts or with a standard 1 contract. It's got an 86% win rate, which is really good. The average profit per month, $13,000. Largest winning trade, nearly $8,000. And what that does with the xBrat range breakout, there are 2 different types of trade management strategies. So at this moment in time, you can see the 2 EMAs there all keep crossing. So if this triggers, it will be a target only type strategy where we set the target on optimizations and it will reach target 1, take profit, then it'll go through so many ticks, it'll be at risk free, and then so on and so forth to reach target 2 and that sort of thing. There's another one, another strategy that the auto trader does, and it's called confirmation strategy. And I'll look for an example because there was an example last week. So what happens on this particular type of strategy on confirmation is basically it's using the manager. And if the managers say green, when we're going to go long, okay, so investment on a big profit account. So if you're going to trade oil on 3 contracts, you need $18,000 in your account to cover the margin. Swaggy. Okay, so that's just to trade oil. Yeah. So for 1 contract, you need about $6,000. For 3 contracts, you need $18,000. So it's that sort of thing. So it's about the margin requirement. But it's not to say if you haven't got that sort of money and you've only got, say, $15,000 or $10,000, you could trade 3 contracts of micro oil instead. And that's the beauty. Order submitted. Okay. So that oil trade is now in. Order canceled. Let me just go back to where we were. I think it made profit pretty quickly there. Oh no. So what happened here is it took it out break even. So when we get these breakout trades, if it goes through 10 ticks and we've optimized it this way, if it goes through there but bounces back up again, it takes it out of break even. We reduce the risk, and this is why it's got such a great profit factor, because we're only interested in the runners. See how that's bounced back up, but we didn't lose any money. So it took us in, it went through 10 ticks, and then the auto trader automatically put the stop 2 ticks below the entry. So you're basically covering your costs. And that's what that is there. You see how we have that initial bounce move. So we're not interested. We're only interested in breaking and running. Okay. And in this case, it didn't break and run. Yeah, straight away. So we, over back testing and optimizing, we see that on sort of a large percentage of those moves that they are not profitable. So we're very, very strict. Now, those, for example, on that FDXS that I showed you earlier, we don't put the break-even stop on until we go through 50 ticks. That's actually at target 2, because when we've done the back testing, we get a little bit of blipping, but overall we get a good profit factor. We get a good profit. If we allow that to get to 50 ticks first, then we make it risk-free. Every instrument is different. Could the stop loss move up in profit on the pullback instead? Not on the, well, there's two. The xBrat algo is a different type of trailing stop. We don't have trailing stops on the xBrat breakout, purely because I'm going to try and find that confirmation strategy now to show you. But what it is with a breakout, when these break, they go. Yeah. So we go target 1, 2, 3, fill, done. And it can happen that fast. Okay. But on a confirmation trade, we use the manager to manage the trade. Okay. Okay. So the MCL, slightly different, is still in. Okay, so it's optimized slightly different. Let's bring that trade over right now. Okay, so we're risk-free on this trade. This is on the micro account. It's hit target 1. There's two contracts left. Okay, we're risk-free. It's taken the profit on 1 contract. The other 2 contracts are 2 ticks below that entry. Okay, so this is where the optimization is different for micros and for full contracts. We've taken a bit of profit here. Okay, and when we can look at that right now, we can see right, it's taken it out at break even. So it didn't run, but we made a little bit of money there. Okay, so the idea is we're looking for runners that break. So in the micros, because micro doesn't exactly follow tick for tick the CL price, but what happens is this was less twitchy, so it actually managed to get to target 1, take the profit. It put it at break even, and then the other 2 contracts were taken out at break even. So it still made a little bit of money. Okay, and that's how we've got to protect the profit. We've got to protect the drawdown. So that's how that works. So let's just go back to this one again. I just want to find the confirmation type trade, because that was a target trade, because the manager wasn't read when we went into the trade, and the manager is that trade management strategy that we're talking about. That was another break-even trade there. So let me just go back a few days. It wasn't long ago, because I remember you know, the inner circle were actually going pretty wild about it, because it was just a massive trade. So let me just go back and find the trade, as it were. I don't know exactly which day it was. I think it was this day, but it's not on there. I've just scrunched out a little bit so I can find the trade. Okay, this is another day. This was a good day as well. So let me just go back to the end of May. So when you see a blue line on the chart, it's a long order. When you see a cyan, it's a short order. Okay, and we can see with this one it made a slight profit, but really just went to break even. We can see on this one as well, it didn't run, but they're all accumulating profit together. So if we just move out a little bit, yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on our YouTube channel. So this one here, let's have a look at this short trade here. Again, it wasn't a confirmation trade. I will find one of those. Don't get me wrong. But what we get is target one hit. So we went short at 110.52. At 110.42, one contract was taken off. At 110.32, one contract was taken off. So that's the $300 profit straight away there. And then it comes back and takes it off at 110.50, take 20 bucks, covers your costs. So again, it's about, we're accumulating those little profits in these cases. Sometimes they run and hit all three targets, but the idea is to protect, which is, again, this one, look, okay, so, we go long 110.69, 79, first target, one contract off. 89, second target, one contract off, comes back, takes us out of break even. But we're at, that's another $300. You've got to keep pushing for those runners with trying to protect as well. Let me just look a little bit longer. I just want to find a confirmation trade. If we don't do it on this one, we can look on another instrument. Okay, I think this is it here. Right, this is a confirmation order. Okay, so this is a big winner. Big winner. Okay, so with a confirmation, the blue and the green are the top and the bottom of the cloud that you usually see on the manager, if you know about that. So what happens is if the ribbon for the manager is green when we get the order, which it is in this case, we change the auto trader changes to what's called a confirmation exit. So what it does, we had 3 contracts going at 102.29, okay? And until those EMAs cross, it stays in, okay? So 102.29, 103.67 is the exit for 3 contracts, okay? So that's 140 ticks times 3 contracts, okay? So, that's 140, 280, 380, 420 ticks, $4,000, okay? They don't happen after, they only need to happen once or twice a month. We've got all those small sort of 100, 300 break evens, we add up. Then we get the confirmation where all the stars are aligned. The manager's already green. We go 3 contracts in. Boom. Yeah, okay, we could have made more money, but we need to have a strategy when we optimize to get the best out of it. And this is the way to do it. So in this case, we crossed here. That's where we took $4,000 trade on 3 contracts. This is serious money. I did do this on the MCL. It made $400 and something as well, and for a micro trade, phenomenal. Okay, so that's what we call a confirmation. This is 2 different. It's intuitive. It understands where the manager is to actually take the type of trade management strategy. So this one here, for example, got to target 3. Okay, so we had 1 contract go to 10 ticks, 1 contract to 20 ticks, 1 contract to 30 ticks. So again, it kept running, but we don't know it's going to do that. When we've optimized it, we know that 10, 20, 30 ticks is the best way to do it. We see here, the manager actually, the green did not move above the blue until this point here. So really the manager's red, so we don't do confirmation. What we do, we break out, $100 there, $200 there, $300 there. That's a $600 trade in less than 10 minutes. It goes that quickly. So as you can see, oil's one of the bigger performers with the range breakout, but YM on the scalping on the xBrat algo is another fantastic performer. If we look at the performance report here, the other day it did 2 trades in the same day and made quite a lot of money. And this is a scalping on the xBrat algo on 2 minutes. So what we're trying to do is get the best of both worlds, different strategies. Profit factor of 3.08. It's made $3,600 trading 1 contract on YM. It's a scalper. You know, max drawdown's quite high, $660. So it might not be something that for funded traders to use. But it's got some fantastic, you know, overall $1,800 per month profit there. So really great. If I can just find those 2 trades from the other day, it was very recently actually. I remember which day it was now. We do get some small losers, but then we get some huge winners, and these were them there. So hit the targets. So again, when we're optimizing with the xBrat algo, we're looking for where the targets on average meet. I mean, we were pretty spot on with this. This is a 5-star buy, hits target, sells, pulls back. We get a 6-star buy here, hits target, pulls back. So this was a fantastic day. But it's about combining both the xBrat algo auto trader, the ones that are on fire, and it's my job with the help of you sometimes to figure out which ones are on fire and keep them continually optimized to give you the best results. Again, you'll see platinum in this one as well because it's a really good one. We're redoing RTY right now, but you will notice also on the xBrat algo, for example, we have a very tight daily strategy loss amount. So if it goes against you, we've set it at $180. That's all it loses. Okay, which it did today. It will not trade this for 24 hours. Okay, it will not trade it, but it will still trade the range breakout. Okay, and make that 300 whatever dollars. So you know we not all of the instruments that we you know, there's only oil on both that we use. Okay, we don't, you know, for ES we don't do the range breakout. For RTY, for NQ we don't. For YM we don't. Range breakout, one of the biggest performers at the moment is HG. I'll bring that online right now. I just took it offline because I want to do some work on it. ZN and 6B shorts. Okay, you'll be surprised. And doing a shorts only type strategy on 6B, for example, works very well. It's about combining. So, for example, here I've switched HG off. Guess what would happen on that WhatsApp group? Right, guys, just disable HG. I just need to do a little bit of work on it. So you just disable HG. Okay, and it's that constant contact that is going to make a massive difference. Let's move that out of the way. Just show you roughly, if I can find it. Let me go here. So what I'm going to do is just show you what the Google Drive looks like. So when you subscribe, you will get access to this Google Drive, and it will be what's called enterprise membership. Okay, so in the enterprise membership, you will have the XML strategies that are available for xBrat algo, the xBrat range breakout. So these once you've got the software on, and if you have the concierge service, Damien will load these up anyway. But then these are strategy templates. Okay, and then one of the most important things here for each one is the range breakouts. So we look at 6B range breakout here, 6B shorts only. Every week I will download the full, performance report. So you'll be able to look at everything on that performance report, the number of trades in that 60-day rolling period and all that sort of thing. I even put those performance charts in there. So that's the one for May and everything like that. So that's all in there. And then what we're going to do in there as well, if people start to build their own, we're going to have a let me just go back here. In each one, we're going to have community strategies. So you will drop your XML file in there. Say, Paul, I've just done Australian dollar on the range breakout. Can you have a look at it? I'll load it up. I'll give my comments. Probably, if it's perfect, just say yes, this looks good. I'll put it into the normal XML files. If it needs a little bit of work, perhaps I've spotted something that could do. I'll probably make those changes, make a little video so you understand why, and then put it in. Okay, but if it's a load of rubbish, I won't do it. Okay, so guys, we've got 20 minutes left because I wanted to make sure that I answered any of your questions, because auto trading is, for me, it's not about fire and forget. Automated trading algorithms are good for a certain set of rules, instances, market conditions, but those can change. So I've decided that you need that constant contact. You need two different types of strategies running automatically, and they are there to get you in the trade. Okay, they're there to manage that trade when you're not there, but you still need to be responsible for them. So, at the end of every week, I look at something's not performing. I'll just say, right, just disable that right now. I need to work on the optimization to make it a little better. Okay. So it's that ability for you to be able to do that that's very, very important. I think what we didn't fail when we put the xBrat algo out there, but people just think with an auto trader, just leave it for a year and it'll make all this money. It's not the case, because market conditions change, and you need somebody like me or a mini me constantly reviewing those and giving, looking at 3 on the xBrat algo, 3 on the xBrat range breakout, what are performing right now. As soon as you see one not performing, we halt it. Can I re-optimize it? Yes. Okay, this is the new file. No, I can't. Let's look for an alternative. And it's that constant movement around that will be successful, whether it's funded traded your own account or a micro account, that sort of thing. And you will have access to all of those. So today was quite a slow day for auto traders. Didn't make any losses, but on the micro account only made $36 profit. But that's the way it goes. The other day, on the micro account made $500 profit. It's just, that's how auto trading goes. And I know for this FDXS, it made good profit today. Will it get another trade tomorrow? They're the only 2 trades that do 2 days that it trades. So, there are limitations, but we have to be patient and wait. For example, what I'm looking at with HG at the moment is probably going to be trading Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I've got to do a little bit more work on that. So now is the time, guys, for you to ask those questions. I think. Have a drink. No, it won't be eliminated. It's still there. Okay. And you will still get the 3 strategies that you get, but you won't, if you just have xBrat algo, you won't be part of that enterprise membership. You won't have those account optimizations all the time. You won't be able to use both the xBrat algo and the xBrat range breakout. You will just get those monthly updates for those optimized strategies. What I wanted to do is, for those that currently have one, we look at cancelling that membership and you starting a new membership with the other, with the enterprise. So you get both So mini account minimum capital. So I would say, Swaggy, I'm going to be very honest with you. If you're going to trade micros, some good micro strategies there, 8 to 10,000 minimum. Okay, I would be more comfortable if you had $10,000, because then we can put platinum on there as well. Those drawdowns are quite small, and then MCL, MNQ, NES, that sort of thing. Okay, so when you look at that expanded, the support, you won't get that constant contact support, Javier, for $299. Okay, for that, you will still get the support from Damien and everything like that, but you won't get those messages saying stop this, I'm just going to redo that, or and that and the other, because that membership will not be available from now on. When you go onto that website now, it's not there. Okay, this is now the home page. Yeah, we're going to give our current users of the 299 membership a month to decide what they want to do, but nobody new will be able to get those single memberships. It's just I don't think leaving people on their own is a good thing. I don't feel comfortable with it. This is why we've done the enterprise. So, the xBrat range breakout should be 299 as well as that. So it's a saving. You're getting both, and and that's where we'll look at that. And I'll just put that in there and there. Okay. So how much I did have a question. Let me go back on the question. So expected monthly profit. Quite difficult to say because there's no guarantee with this. So if we look at platinum, for example, this was a big trade the other day. Yeah. So it only trades 4 times in 60 days, platinum. Yeah. But when we look at the strategy performance report, we got an average, I think it's around $800 a month on average. Yeah. But that's average. So you've got to take your average over 60 days, because this is where we measure everything from. So profit per month for platinum, $853. Okay. When you look at MCL on the range breakout, using 3 contracts, see, that made a bit of money today, don't forget. So this averages $405 a month. Okay, so just by running platinum and oil and the micro oil on that micro account, you're averaging $1,300. It's not guaranteed, but the way we're running this enterprise membership is that we're running 3 good strategies on xBrat Algo, 3 good strategies on xBrat range breakout, and just 2 of these strategies right now that I've looked at around about $1,300 average per month. Okay, and if I stay on top of that, and we re-optimize if we need to every week, or identify there's some issues, and then they could be achievable, but there's no guarantees in life. Okay. So you can build your own strategies on this as well. So for the $299 strategy, if you have it already, and you want to build your own strategy on xBrat Algo, because that's the only one you will have, you are able to build your own strategies on that. With the enterprise membership, you will get both, and you'll be able to build your own strategies on both, and you'll be able to share that, and other people will share those strategies. I will interject and look at those strategies, maybe help with those optimizations, and then share it with everybody else. So this enterprise membership is not just me, it will grow. And there will be strategies on there in instruments that I have never traded before, but some people have more experience, and they will start the ball rolling with that. I will help the optimization, and they will be available as well. All of that doesn't happen on the $299 xBrat Algo membership right now, and it will not happen because the only way, I think, and the experience I've had over the last 4 months or so, is that you need 2 auto traded strategies, totally different types of trading strategies, and you need guidance, and you need constant contact. You can't just fire and forget. This is why those $299 memberships have stopped. Okay, those that have still got it have got the option to continue, and some are making it work very, very well, building their own strategies. But from now on, people want to get the auto traders. This is what we want to do. We want to do the enterprise. We want to do both, and you're basically being mentored by me, and everything's being monitored by me. Okay. I really like this new FDX strategy. Really, really do like this. And again, this is simple to trade. You just need to get in touch with NinjaTrader and say, look, I want to trade FDXS. Can you allow me to do that? And they will do it. Any more questions, guys? Come on. Fire, fire, fire. No, it will not. The Auto Trader is built specifically for NinjaTrader. Now, the multi-brokerage NinjaTrader platform, if you can send signals from NinjaTrader to TD Ameritrade, it will work, because I know it works for Interactive Brokers. Okay, but the signal, the software that the signal produces, the orders, they all come from the NinjaTrader. Damien, can you put the link in for the VPS, please, that we use? Because this is, I mean, I've got 4 of them on right now. I've got 2 of my inner circle that I manage, and my 2 as well on the server, which is very good. So Damien will send you a link, and it's actually got the correct type of VPS on the Eastern Coast and blah blah blah, and all the specs already, because that's where you need to go. It's another order coming in. So again, with FDXS, we're only interested in that European Open, but that European Open range lasts for 24 hours, and we're only trading, look, Thursdays between these hours and Fridays between these hours. That's it. Okay, but it's quite profitable. And the first test today, running it on Sim, very, very happy. So yeah, with that multi-brokerage NinjaTrader platform, if you can send signals, not only to get into a trade, but also to then manage that trade, you know, with those take profit limit orders and all that sort of stuff, then it will communicate with TD Ameritrade as though you was using it on NinjaTrader. But obviously with NinjaTrader, the software runs on there, the signals are generated on there. I know we've had a user in the past that has used the NinjaTrader multi-brokerage platform, and it was sending signals to Interactive Brokers, and that was working. So Brandon, for funded account strategies and discussion, will that factor the auto liquidate threshold level to determine which instruments will be best to run? Yes, and you will get that help from me as well, Brandon. So we would look at ones with smaller drawdowns and load those up rather than the NQs, for example, because NQ is quite high on the drawdowns. Yes, on the other side, there's some potential great profits there, but with what I've learned from this funded trading account that I've started is you've got to run strategies with lower drawdowns. So, you know, and it depends on the type of, you know, mine's a 250K, okay? Made a slight loss today, but I haven't been running all of them because I'm still going through that. But when you're looking at the ZNs, the 6Bs and things like that, you know, the platinums, there's some sort of lower drawdowns. You just might have to load up with more contracts. But again, part of that group is to have those discussions, to have that advice from me to say, look, Paul, I'm running a 250K account. This is my max trading drawdown, blah, 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 blah. I noticed this particular one does run through, you know, for example, platinum set to run through the close. I can't run things through the close. How do I change this? And then we'll do it all and that sort of thing. So there's a lot with funded accounts, you know, but the 6B, for example, very, very good. Drawdowns very small. ZN as well. So if you're having ZN, 6B running, the YM, the platinum, you've got oil, maybe not on 3 contracts because the drawdown's too much, maybe on 2 or just 1. You know, there's that sort of thing there as well. And that could be, does that help, Brandon? You know, I want to help you succeed. And the part of this $449 a month with those 2 auto traders, constant contact, you know, that's what it's all about. WhatsApp's really easy. You know, WhatsApp desktop, I've got it. It's so easy. You load it, you put it on your phone first, you attribute your phone number to it, and then you download it and you connect it on your desktop. This is the actual group itself, the Auto Trader Enterprise. You know, and you can click on there and you can look at the chart size big. You can even download the image if you want to as well, and all that sort of thing. Very, very easy to use. You know, Daniel probably won't mind me showing you this. This was his results from last week when we look big on here. So, you know, with NQ, made slight loss, made win on YM, platinum, win $485, CL $1,300. So total net profit $1,300, you know, for that particular account. And then this one, we had on this particular range breakout, $1,200 profit, $346 loss, 2 zeros, net profit 891. That was his week. Okay, so he's sharing that on there. We're looking, you know, and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Order canceled.
What order was cancelled? Let's have a look. CL. So was that it was a range breakout? What happened? What happened? Let's go back to where we are, and we can talk about why it was cancelled. Okay. So what happened was we had that first initial move down, and it's a good bloody job it did go break even. Look at that. Okay. Then we went red. Red again, but now we've changed to yellow. Because what happened? Well, one of the rules is it's got to come from above if it's red to go what's called a continuation trade. So it just tipped up above. We got an order to go short, but the bias has turned yellow, which is neutral. So it cancels the order. If the bias turns green now and the price action is still inside this range, because we've come from below, it will put a long order on. Okay. Okay, guys, any more questions? Go on, now's the time to ask those questions. Okay, what you've got to think of is $449 plus your data, whatever it is, plus your funded account charges, whatever. This is a price of doing business. Okay, trading is a business. There's nothing out there for free. Okay, you will not make money if something is free. Yeah. There's a value there, and you've got to think, right, what it's going to cost me. So if you've got your own account, you're trading micros, you've got a $10,000 account, we looked at just 2 of those particular strategies, on average making $1,300. Take away your $450 plus your VPS plus whatever, you're probably making just on those 2, maybe $700, $800 profit. But then we're trading about 6 different instruments at a time, 3 on each. So it's a cost of business. It's a cost of business per quarter. And one thing that I didn't really like with just running a one auto trader was it was very difficult for me to assign time to actually to help people with those, because you need constant contact. You need to look at, we had 20 odd different strategies, but for me to re-optimize and look at those every week, it's more than a full-time job. So what I've done is spent a lot of money on the xBrat range breakout, because I know that is a good complement to the xBrat algo. We can have both of those running at the same time, getting great trades, smoothing out those drawdowns, smoothing out those profits, and with that constant contact, those weekly sort of rehash, look at it. Yes, it's within parameters. Leave it. No, it's not. Right, disable, guys. Just going to re-optimize. Right, this is a new one. And that's just on 2 of the contracts, Swaggy. Okay, so we're trading 6. So conservatively, you could be around $1,600, maybe $2,000. Now that's on average, over a 60-day period. There's no guarantees here. You could have a flat month, but just by looking at those weeklies now, this is where honestly where we're at. If I bring my spreadsheet that I'm working on at the moment, so no, these aren't micros, but let me go to here. So if I go to platinum, for example, the average monthly doesn't drop below 800. Okay, so that covers your cost plus a bit of profit. Now, if I go to range breakout and we look at 6B, okay, because you can trade those on micro 10,000 accounts, your average profit over May, we're talking around about $1,500. Okay, just on 6B. If you look at CL1 contract, and that's around $4,000, but if you're on micro, that's only going to be $400. That's one contract. So they add up because they're not all going to trade at the same time. So even though you've only got 10,000 for margin, the likelihood is that you're going to go 6B, CL, and all the others at the same time is very, very difficult, purely because they're all optimized to trade at specific times of the day on specific days of the week. So you can have 6 auto traders running, and probably only 1 or 2 will actually be using margin. It's unlimited, Bonnie. So as I build more, they will be available. But what I will do is advise you that I am running these 3 on xBrat Algo, and I am running these 3 on Range Breakout. So as part of the enterprise membership, I will tell you what I am trading, which ones I am running, which strategies I am running, whether it's on my funded trader account, whether it's on my micro account, or whether it's on my big account. I will pass that information on to you. I will, on a Sunday, I'll say, right, this week I am running this, and this, and all those XML files will be available to download. Okay, they don't usually change week to week. So CL1 contract up until the 5th of June, you know, I just made a change here, okay, to reduce the drawdown. So at that point, it's just a matter of, right, okay, guys, I've changed CL1 contract on xBrat range breakout. The new XML file is in the folder. Please download it, and away you go. Okay, does that make sense, Bonnie? No problem. When you look at ZN, it's not a big mover. You could, you know, you can trade that on a small account. Drawdowns can be quite large. I'm going to be probably re-looking at this after this week if this doesn't change. If you know, if we don't go reduce again. But again, that's averaging around $500 a month. Javier, again, you can't. For a beginner, you need the enterprise because you need to be guided. You're not going to be guided if you just take one of those memberships at $299. You're just going to get optimized strategies. You're going to, yes, there's training videos and everything like that. But, you know, the easier one, if I was to choose, would be the range breakout. Okay. But again, you're not going to have that guidance that you are if you don't get the enterprise membership. The enterprise membership has both. It has me. It has a community that's going to build, and you're going to learn a lot more from me and other people rather than trying to do it on your own. That's my take on it. You know, if you are a beginner, you need guidance, and that guidance comes with the enterprise membership. I wish I could make something that printed money, but I can't. Because trading is difficult. Auto trading is still difficult. It needs constant care. And I am, you know, I don't do things for free, but what I've done is reduce. You get both. You get some money off the second one, and you get me. You get a WhatsApp group. You get me constantly looking at these strategies, re-optimizing with funded traders into account, with large accounts into account, with micro accounts into account. I'm trying to do the best I can, but you know, I don't do anything for free because anything for free has no value. If you've got a business cost that's reasonable, that gives you a return, then that has value. Yes, there will, Brandon. Well, I will do probably 1 or 2 a month where we will get together and they will be recorded if you can't make it. And, you know, especially if some of the community is going to throw sort of certain instruments at me and say, look, I've optimized this, the drawdown's really low. Do you find any problems with this? Those will be the sort of things that I would do live. Or if I can't do live, I will record it as well. So yes, there will be live optimization sessions as well. Can you build a strategy using EMAs set to a chart with 3 different time ranges? No, Mark, these strategies are specific. The xBrat algo is a specific trading strategy. It looks at 12 points of control for a 6-star buy signal. Then it's got an entry strategy, and it's got a trade management strategy. The range breakout is a specific strategy, okay? But what you can do is optimize instruments within that strategy. So if I bring one over here, okay? So this is FDXS, okay? It's a specific strategy that looks at the London opening range, the European opening range. It defines that, and we're looking for breakouts up or below, and then we can optimize. But you can do that for any instrument. So somebody give me an instrument that's pretty spurious. It's a futures instrument. Mark, do you trade something in particular? Don't tell me, don't say NQ or anything like that. Everybody trades NQ and loses loads of money. But is there anything that futures wise that, or a micro wise that you trade, something that's not normal, and then we would look at that, and you can then look at specific opening times. I mean, we can even trade what you call the employment data on a Thursday, or you can trade specific data points. So if we, for example, 6E, okay, that will respond to the US dollar, which responds to so let me just go 60 days here. And we're going to go 15 minutes on 10 minutes on 6E. So when we have the employment data, sometimes we get a reaction with the US dollar and 6E goes the opposite way. So we can just set up a strategy to trade that bit of data, okay, on a Thursday at that time. Yeah. It's that, it's that sort of opening range of a data point that is critical for this particular strategy. xBrat algo is a different type of strategy. It looks for trend reversals, it looks for trend continuation, and things like that. So this is 6E on the 10-minute. I'm going to load up the strategy, the xBrat range breakouts. Okay, so we're on sim. It's not quite loaded up yet. It's almost there. There we go. So we know, for example, this is just set to standard 3 contracts, entry offset, 10 ticks, 20 ticks, 30 ticks. Okay, I've done no optimization, just standard. But what I want to do is I want to uncheck London, Europe, and everything else. So European, we're going to go to a custom. We're going to call that employment data. Okay. And we know on a Thursday, EMP data, yeah, at 8:30 a.m. on a Thursday, that data comes out. Okay, so that is the range. Yeah, so we know at 8:30. So I only want to trade that on a Thursday. Okay, so what I want to do, trading sessions mode, I want to select a day. This is obviously this, we could, part of that enterprise is me showing you how to do this sort of thing. So I want to select a day. I only want one day and I want a Thursday. So I'm just going to deselect the rest now. This might take a little time because obviously there's a lot of things running on this particular VPS right now. So I'm just going to deselect all of those that are there, and then I'm going to change that to Thursday, and I'm going to put it probably 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so we just get rid of that one and that one. Oops, I pressed that by mistake. And this could be major European data points as well. For the euro, it could be for gold. It could be non-farm payrolls. There's lots of ways to use these range breakouts, because a range is always formed around data, around an open. Okay, and if we can identify that range and identify the bias, and then identify the best times of day to trade that particular range, we're pretty much good to go. Just got to deselect this one, and then I'm going to change that to Thursday. Thursday. I'm just going to put a wide berth around this from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. There's going to be no secret sauce with the Enterprise Club, guys. You want to, I will teach, the basic is I will teach you how to do all of this sort of stuff. So we've done that. Let's click apply. And then we're going to put it on the chart and we'll just see what it does. I'm not saying it's a good trade. I'm just saying, there's lots of options within the auto trader to find those data points. It's calculating, you see up on the left there. So this will only trade. Well, this will, when we do the back test here, we'll only look at Thursdays between that time, because we know that's when that data comes out. Okay. Okay. Right, there's a lot of other things that we need to do. We need to, we'd have to give it minimum ranges and all that sort of thing. So let's just have a look at this. I mean, this is just, I've never looked at it before. I'm just trying to show you how we would look at certain data points and how we could potentially set up an auto trader to trade that. I say we've got a profit factor of 0.8. So it's made a loss. So we need to do some more optimization here. One of the things we look at is the times of the losses when they go in. So just that actually worked pretty well, the equity curve, except for the last one. So this made a big loss today. Okay, so let's have a look at the trades. This sort of thing I would be teaching anyway. We'd look at the trades, look at the times of the trades of the big losses, entry times. So 840, 840, 820, 840. Okay. The winning trades were a little later. Okay. So then we just adjust those times. So what we could do then is, right, so that initial reaction for that data is too much of a whipsaw. We can see that, but later on, only trading on a Thursday, because of this data, actually we get some great trades. So we can change those times. That's correct. Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Damien. So what I do now is I would probably look to say, okay, so what I want to do is we go to strategies. This is the last bit I'm going to do on it, because there's a lot more work that goes on optimization. But right away, just change on a Thursday. I just want to change those times to 8:45. So I just want to get rid of those first chunk of, so I'm going to go 9 to 10 maybe. (9 a.m. to 9:40). Okay. Because it depends where the actual signal comes from. So the concierge service with a 50k funding test with Apex will be fine. Yeah, I would have thought so. Part of that enterprise is you'll tell me what your max drawdowns were are allowed, and I will help you sort of find the right ones to trade. Okay, it's calculating again now. This is the last bit of optimization. I know Daniel is in here at the moment, Daniel T. He's gone through, he's part of my inner circle, he's gone through optimization with me, and sometimes it takes about 2 hours to do that. So now we look at the performance report again, because I've made those changes to the time, just one change. I haven't actually even looked at the size of the range or anything like that. So we'll just see if this one little change made any difference. Yeah. Okay. So just trading on the Thursday over the last 60 days, 6 trades, 6 winners, just by changing those times. And it made average profit per month $1,000. Okay. So I haven't really optimized that yet, but just trading that employment data day on that employment data opening range with 6E, we have 6 for 6. Okay. Over the last 60 days. There's only been so many trading days, so because we're only trading on the Thursday in the last 60 days, you know, we've had 6 trades, 6 winners. Yeah, simple. So again, drawdowns on that, not a lot of trades, but it's the sort of thing in a funded trading account you can put on, because you know it's only going to trade on the Thursday if certain criteria are met. And then you know there's a 100% win rate there. The drawdown's very, 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 very low. This is one of the trades. Again, I would then, part of the optimization is, you know, look at those continuation trades. At the moment, the trades are just on targets. We see target 1, 2, 3 and hit there. Okay. That was one of the trades. So there's a lot of work involved, and I do most of that work, but I also teach you how to do that on those sessions. Those sessions will be recorded, so you're able to do it. Okay. So that was me just looking at a point in time when we know this data and finding potentially what could be a pretty good strategy. You know, I just pulled it out of the hat. But again, working together, we can find some great strategies like that. I'm going to leave that on there because that's something I'm going to work on tomorrow. Any more questions, guys? You're very welcome. So I'm not giving up trading manually, but I do very, very little manual trades now. I'd rather just watch these, optimize these, go play golf, go and swim, come back, see what's happened that day, any changes I need to make them. It's so much easier. It's if you've just paid, Brandon, it's pointless, because you could cancel your membership, but then you've got to pay for the new one. So you need to time it. Get in touch with Damien to time it when to cancel and then start the new one. Okay. So you've got time to figure out where you want to go. Okay, George, thank you. No problem, Brandon. Thank you, Jana. So right now, that order that's just been submitted was MCL again, because it's gone out of the top of the range. It's come back in again, and the range bias is turned red. Okay. So there's another order on now. Okay. Just put that on to Chart Trader, because I think that's turned to Sim for some reason. Yeah. Needs to be on the real account. Okay. So there's the order. And it will get cancelled if it turns back up again and it turns yellow, for example. Right now, the order's good. You know, it's come back up. It's found resistance at the same resistance level, slightly lower. So if this comes back down, the same rules apply. It will it will either break, come in, look at those targets and go, or it'll even get cancelled. It's coming down quite fast now, so this could be another good trade. Any more questions before I go, guys? We've had some great questions today, and hopefully I look forward to working with some of you in the enterprise WhatsApp group and the membership. And let's get rocking, really. So just to remind you of the, thank you, Douglas, the link there. So hopefully we'll see each other on the other side, and we will get to know each other better with these live sessions, and we'll get some optimizations done, and we will keep that constant contact in the enterprise membership and make this work. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for attending, and I will speak to you all very soon.